Hey everyone, it's me, Gerard the Completionist. Today, I'm going to completely ignore doctors and science and just go out into public without a mask. Well, if you haven't guessed it by now, today we're talking about a very special virus. No, not that virus. We're talking about the T virus, the G virus, the E virus, and basically the A through Z viruses. That's right, today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil. Cue the intro.
Welcome to Nerd Rage, where gaming and nerd culture is all the rage.
Resident Evil has come a long way. What started as a true horror game with fixed angles and tanky controls evolved into a third-person action game and then evolved once again into a quick-time event mess with clunky controls. But in 2018, Resident Evil evolved into something else entirely. It threw everything out the window and went in an entirely new direction. First-person horror. Resident Evil 7 was a masterpiece, not only in the sense that it was something truly new and refreshing, but also in the sense that it evolved from something that was growing tiresome. I will admit, however, as much as I enjoyed Resident Evil 7, I felt like it was missing some of the charm of the original games that I've come to love. Then earlier this week, Capcom put together a Resident Evil showcase, and upon my first viewing, I felt two things specifically. First, I felt something very familiar, like seeing an old friend who I hadn't spoken to in a long time. Secondly, I felt worried that my old friend was falling into some very bad habits that pushed me away in the first place. Let's dive in.
Hey now, think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else.
Basically, right off the bat, it seems like the plot to Resident Evil Village is going to be that a woman is so mad at her husband, she kicks him out of the house and he has to go live in a spooky mansion.
Mother Miranda, I regret to inform you that Ethan Winters has escaped that fool Heisenberg. Because he is in my castle and has already proven too much for my daughters to handle. When I find him... No, Mother Miranda.
Ethan Winters, of course, is our protagonist from Resident Evil 7. We last see Ethan after he defeats Evelyn, the antagonist from Resident Evil 7, who is ultimately controlling the Baker family, and being rescued by none other than a soldier calling himself Redfield.
I'm Redfield.
He reunites with Mia on the helicopter home, Mia being his wife, who was also possessed by Evelyn, and she was the handler of the E-type virus.
Well, Ethan Winters. There you are.
This very tall lady is Lady Dimitrescu, which I YouTubed how to pronounce and was met with this.
Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu.
We can assume that Heisenberg is her brother that we saw in this trailer and also the announcement trailer. That, or there is some kind of awesome Breaking Bad crossover happening here where Walter White is making meth again, but this time for vampires, which I would totally play.
Say my name.
Yes, of course, I understand the importance of the ceremony. I won't let you down.
What is going on? Why is Ethan in this castle? I thought he was just a nobody, like a bystander. Well, let's backtrack. 7 months ago, we got the Resident Evil announcement trailer during the PS5 reveal event, where we see this huge castle surrounded by a village. We saw a few familiar faces as well, such as Chris Redfield himself, who unloads a gun into the head of a woman in front of Ethan. Who is the woman? I think it's Mia. I don't know. And then he goes and kidnaps Ethan's daughter and apologizes profusely, which is also what I would do if I just shot someone's wife and then kidnapped their daughter. I would make sure that they knew, I'm very sorry. This will make sense later. There's this ceremony for giant vampire ladies, and it'll all make sense in the end. Seem overly convoluted? Well, that is where I start to get a little bit worried, because the Resident Evil franchise has a history of being overly convoluted, to the point where some motivations and story points get lost in obscurity. Here's where things start to feel very familiar. A castle surrounded by a village? Sounds a lot like our old friend Resident Evil 4, which is probably getting the remake treatment soon.
That was amazing, but I still have so many questions. Like, when can I pre-order this thing?
When can I pre-order this thing was not my first question. I want to know what the ceremony is, I want to know who Miranda is, I want to know what the fuck's going on. Perhaps producer Pete Fabian has some answers for us.
Pre-order any of these editions, and you'll be able to get your hands on both the Mr. Raccoon weapon accessory and their survival resource pack, which will offer additional support during the first few hours of gameplay.
Oldest trick in the book. Distract us with a raccoon figurine.
Shifting gears a bit, we're finally going to show off some combat.
I'm very curious to see what the combat's going to be like. Sounds like they have some kind of like innovative system or something.
It's not just about shooting. Guarding will also be an important part of the game.
Oh, shooting and guarding. That's something I haven't seen before.
Everyone knows what to do with red barrels, right?
What do you do with them? Hide in them? Kiss them? Oh.
I've been waiting for you, Mr. Winters.
How do you know my name?
Anyone who is anyone has heard of the likes of you.
The merchant makes a return. This time he's known as the Duke.
When they say the merchant makes a return, it makes me think that this guy is supposed to be this guy as well?
Mr. Winter.
Oh, yeah, he really let himself go. God damn it!
Smash away with your trusty knife. Now that we've shown you what's in store for Resident Evil Village, let's take a look at the exclusive PlayStation 5 demo.
Well, I'm glad they showed me the innovative combat because it won't be in the demo. Also, I could show you the trailer for the demo, but luckily I actually own a PS5. Yeah, that's it right there. So I can actually show you some gameplay. There we go. Oh, our friend. Oh. Very disgusting. Alright, I'm not gonna shit my pants. I'm not gonna shit my pants. I'm not gonna shit my pants. I'm shitting my pants. Not having any problems.
I'm watching you. So we finally meet.
Hello. Okay. I like this. She's like Wolverine. She ain't like Wolverine. Well, it's safe to say I'm very excited for this game to come out. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan, and this just looks amazing. And luckily for us, it's coming out on PS5 and PS4 May 7th, 2021. I put it on that calendar, so it's my video game calendar, so I know when video games are coming out. I mean, I could just Google it. I just really hope this game doesn't repeat any of the mistakes of the past. I mean, Resident Evil started off as something great, and then it kind of evolved into this almost joke, almost this parody of itself. Resident Evil 7 was great, and I honestly feel like they took that formula and some formulas from the older Resident Evils, and they just added them together, which is great. The rest of the showcase is just showing Reverse, which is honestly a cool idea where you get to play as all the Resident Evil characters shooting each other, but it kind of looks like shit. It's one of the ways they are showcasing the 25th anniversary, and I'll probably end up playing it, mostly because I hate myself. Also during the showcase, it shows some crossover, which The Division, which is just some skins, and I don't really care about it. I just want my fucking raccoon figurine pre-order.
Well, that's one way to end the video.